Wow, what's up, man? We back with another one. You know what it is, man. Only time for currency, man. We dropping a special for y'all today. You know what it is. You know who we had to bring the special guest out. So we gonna let them introduce themselves, who you is, where you from, and what you here for, my guy.
Yo, what up? ShineTV, and I'm right now kicking it with Only Time for Currency. You hear me? And we out here in the city, you dig?
So look, a lot of people know you for multiple things, you know what I'm saying? But the big thing is the DVD you came out with, the DVD you created and put yourself out with. What made you want to do it?
I worked on a project called The Streets of the East for New Orleans. It's a documentary. You know, it touched mostly upon New Orleans East. It's a good DVD, you know. I feel like people should check that out, learn more about the city, and you know, more into the neighborhoods.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of people come to New Orleans and they come for like the downtown area and stuff, but they don't really come to like where our families be and understand like the culture we have as one, like how New Orleans really is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I went on, took the time out to like really, you know, put that together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I worked with Currency, and he was like, let's put something together. So I'm like, real rap. And we got together, and I hit the streets and put the film out, and it came out just
Hold
how
on, wait.
I
You
wanted.
said that so nonchalant. You work with currency, like.
Yeah,
Like
boy,
it's an
spit
East Side thing, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
y'all always around it, but like how was that working with him?
Man, everything went good, bro. Like, you know, me and him linked up, and he was like, you know, what's up? I'm like, shit, you know, it's East Side, and I kind of told him like, you know, what I wanted to do. And he was like, I'm gonna put it in place for the help you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we linked different things for to get it going and shit, and shit, it just took off. Like, you know what I mean? You know, working with different people, you know what I'm saying, a couple of artists around the city who everybody knew, you know what I mean, that was big. So yeah, man, dude linked up. Shit, I seen him on Chef, you know what I'm saying, hitting switches and shit.
Yeah, that's
he
what
pulled up on me and threw up the E, you hear me?
All day.
And fuck, we linked up at the shop, and it went from there. You know what I mean? So I put it out, and yeah, it was big. And I felt like, you know, we needed that. You know what I'm saying? The East is a big part of New Orleans.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up there. I stayed in the East like my whole life. I just started getting out the East. You know what I'm saying? So that was my hood. That was my stomping ground. Even though I'm from New Orleans, I feel like I'm like everywhere else in New Orleans. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm from the East, my people stay everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like that New Orleans in me. But I feel like I had to like let New Orleans East get a little sunlight. You hear me?
Right. So what was the time frame when you started making the DVD?
Man, it took me a good 3 to 5 months. You know what I'm saying? We're putting it together, getting everybody. You know what I'm saying? It took me a few months. You know what I mean? But I was so excited to put it out. You know,
Right.
I had to get it done. So I was on a grind with it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it got to where it needed to be.
It's definitely worldwide right now. Definitely
Yeah,
worldwide.
man, it's one of the latest DVDs trending. You know what I'm saying? Once you type in New Orleans DVD, it's gonna pop up.
Right.
You know, it's something to see. It's real. You know what I'm saying? You know, but it's life. It's New Orleans. This
So
is
look,
what
you said you wanted to put it on for the East, like, so New Orleans is a big place, you know what I'm saying? That's where you from, East Side is where you from. So when people come here, you say they like to go downtown, Canal, you know, Bourbon, you know, see the big life. Like, what made you want to put the spotlight on where you from, you know what I'm saying? Because New Orleans is a big place.
Well, New Orleans East is a place like, if you're not from the East, you got family out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you know somebody. So New Orleans is a place like you'll get downtown and uptown and the East into to one. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you're gonna be connected to the East. So catching the East is like I could catch the whole New Orleans.
Type shit.
You feel me? I could catch everything I need to catch. I can catch downtown and uptown in one. You know what I'm saying? Because they out there. You know what I'm saying? So just I wanted to like show the streets of the East and show them how it's getting down, but I knew after Katrina, a lot of people like migrated to the East. And that's what caused everybody to kind of be out there and stuff like that. So yeah, I felt like it was a New Orleans thing, you know what I'm saying? It's an East thing, but basically it's like showing you how everywhere in New Orleans is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got a mixture of everybody, you know what I mean? And that's how it happened, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not separated no more, you know?
You feel like that's a good thing or a bad thing by not being separated?
I feel like nowadays it's like we just all from New Orleans, you know what I'm saying? It's like I could be from the East, he could be from uptown, and he could be from the Ninth Ward. You know what I'm saying? As long as we ain't beefing or like no situations, it be all love, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I feel like the East did a big part of bringing their name up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it came up to where it's like, you know, I'm from out the East. Nigga don't look at you wrong.
Type shit.
Yeah, nigga like, you know what I'm saying? Like, really like making sure they straight, you know what I mean? Or like when you go to the East, like a lot of people will be like, man, let me get my hammer, you know what I mean? It like set a name, but I wanted to bring what's actually going on, what I see out. You know what I mean? And fuck, I grew up around neighborhood kids and shit. So just like able to get them on film and like what I see on a daily on how like wild people is. And like the, you know what I'm saying? Like what I see, I feel like that was my intentions.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was what I wanted to do, like bring out the culture even more. You know, people don't get that insight of how, you know, how it's going. They just like, oh, it's the murder rate. Nah, we really a good city. You know what I'm saying? I feel like me being from New Orleans is a good thing. You know what I mean? It's really a good city. It teach you a lot. It teach you like how to prepare yourself and like how to watch yourself and like, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother demeanor from anywhere in the world. You know what I mean?
Anywhere. Like, and so like even if, so do you feel comfortable or do you feel like you're in the same state of mind when you go somewhere else out of New Orleans?
Like when I get out of New Orleans, bro, no lie, I'm always ready to come back. You know what I'm saying? It could be a little vacation. It could be like me won't move, but I'ma always miss my home. You see what I'm saying? It ain't like I could go stay somewhere and be like, fuck New Orleans. I'm trying to get back home, y'all. It's kind of different to me. Because this shit is like you step into the real. This little ass city, you step into the real, you know what I'm saying? So I'ma always like come back home no matter what, like, or like won't be home, or you know, being a miss of New Orleans. You know, I understand get the money and go, but nah, it's like when I go other places, it's like I look at people different, like that ain't different from me. You see what I'm saying? Like it's like we all human, but like it separates us, you know what I mean? And when I go out of town, people could just tell that I'm not from there.
Real rap. It don't matter where
you see what I'm saying? It's like, oh, he not from here. Excuse me, sir, you not from here. Nah, I'm not from here. And like, I guess that shit show through my demeanor and like, you know, how I came up and like, I guess it's the swag in New Orleans, bro. It's like that shit separates you. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just you heard me and you know how we living and shit, or like more than just our hood, bro. It's our culture. You know what I'm saying? It's like how we evaluate it, bro. From like Dallas, Atlanta, like we different. It's like, you know what I mean? I guess, you know what I'm saying? but that's just how I feel like out the city. It's like I'm somewhere else,
Right.
but I always get homesick. You hear me? It's not I don't want to do all this forever, but I just know you gotta move different in the city. You hear me? Like you can't just, you know, it's like New Orleans got love for you, but then it's like you also gonna have that like hatred. You can't walk in New Orleans and not feel like nigga not hating on you. You just a like regular individual. Like nah, partner. No matter what, every person has someone hate. Even females hate on the females out there. You see what I'm saying? So, and if you don't understand it, you're gonna get hit, like get snaked.
Right.
If you don't understand you're being snaked, then it's gonna happen to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of people learn out here. They let it happen to them because they don't understand the power that these people that's under you have. You know what I'm saying? Because of, you know, their mindset. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we still good people. You know what I mean? It's just sometimes people just have bad intentions out here. That's why a lot of shit going on out here. You know what I'm saying?
The city fucked up in itself, you know what I'm saying? But people only look at that because of how the media is publicizing, you know what I'm saying? They do got a lot of shit going on everywhere, you know what I'm saying? But like the perspective of how you spinning it, the culture, they got so much the city has to offer. When people come out here, you know what I'm saying, other than just bullshit.
Yeah, I feel like New Orleans is a big influence, bro. It's a big part of the world. You know what I mean? It's like New Orleans is something like this little ass city that takes 15 minutes to get around in.
Right.
That bitch seems like it's bigger than, you know what I'm saying, other places, bro, because it's like we musically influenced. You know, we got big rappers come from the city, you know what I'm saying, who like really major, you know what I mean? That shit like I felt like the hip hop started in New Orleans. Like if you ask me, but you know, people been doing music, but that shit like really took off like from the New Orleans concept, you know what I mean? And that's why hip hop and a lot of stuff like the way it is, you know what I mean? And like New Orleans set limits, bro. Like you know, you want to do music, bro, you gotta be, you know, it's like when you doing music out here, you gotta be like really influential. Like you gotta really like make people feel your shit.
Right, you gotta move
because
something.
like other than that, you're gonna just be a person who like New Orleans niggas know.
Type
You
shit.
know what I'm saying? Or I know him or some shit. Like you gotta be big. Like you gotta try to be bigger than Wayne. Like you gotta be different. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas is fire with music out here, bro, but they just stuck in this little thing, like this little hole that New Orleans got to offer. It's like, yeah, you being heard, but like, yeah, to get bigger. You know what I mean? To get bigger. Or like your podcast get bigger. Everybody can know you, but like what you gonna do for New Orleans to lift you up? Like what you gonna do? Like how your voice is, what your work about? You know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of competition out here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like it ain't like you could be regular. You gotta be like different. You know what I mean? For people to like view different from New Orleans, cause you know what I'm saying? It's a way we look at you. And once New Orleans on you and got your back and like they supporting you, it's like the world got it. You know what I mean? It's like once New Orleans like fucking with that, the world fucking with that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like you gotta have, no matter where you're from, you gotta have your city behind you. But you know what I'm saying? Once New Orleans got you, it's like you like pick yourself up. You know what I mean? Niggas hearing you, like now other rappers hearing you, like you know what I
Facts.
mean?
A lot of people, like when a lot of people getting heard from people, it's like when people from New Orleans, like it's a lot of people that come from New Orleans who really don't give a fuck about the city, bro. That really just be like, I'm about to go and get the fuck because I done been through this. But when the people who really from here show love, son, they reach back. Currency, he here. That nigga here. He here. He go wherever the fuck. How you saying? Like you go wherever the fuck you wanna go. That man be back home, son. He be at the events at home. And I see what you're talking about when you go somewhere and you from the city, you love the city, you gotta come back, no?
Yeah, like New Orleans people like really kind of like in a fucked up state of mind, bro. Like it's hard out here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the jobs they got to offer, you know, my people barely make it. You know what I'm saying? And they were good jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It's like.
Do you feel like that's just a city thing, or you
feel like
it's
it's like that, bro. Like New Orleans could tell when you get money.
Real right.
You know what I'm saying? New Orleans person could be like red, like he get money, cause it's so hard out here, bro. It's like we ain't poor, but we poor. We know how to make that shit consistent to make sure motherfuckers don't like disrespect how we like dressing every day or like our money and shit or like, you know what I mean? But it's like real poor out here, bro. It's like you can't like really stay up unless you up on something.
Type shit.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, to make it is like, let me get the fuck out the city. But make sure I can come back. You know what I mean? It's like hard out here, bro, for like an average motherfucker. You know what I mean? So that's why it's like a lot of people is pushing what they trying to do. You know what I'm saying? To get out this motherfucker. But respectfully, you can't just move a New Orleans person. You could go anywhere, but you'll probably come back. But a lot of people who leave New Orleans, dog, like really come up though. You know what I mean? Like they you know, they go to Houston, Dallas, bro. It's like when you see a person that you know from New Orleans and they gone, it's like when you see them again, fuck, they up on 2 cars and you know they got houses and shit now. Like, man, you should come out here, man. Fuck the city.
That's what I'm saying about the perspective of it being the city of New Orleans, because I'm like I said, I travel too, and like going to different places, like I feel more comfortable to explore and do more things with other people than being in New Orleans, because I feel like I'm gonna get cut, snaked, you know what I'm saying? Versus if I'm in Texas or ATL, I don't know them niggas from dirt. I don't know me from dirt. So it's either taking a risk or making the money, or you already know what's gonna happen. You're gonna get snaked. That's what people mindset that they don't want to work with nobody, and they just feel like everybody grinding. But you gotta take that chance, because everybody not like that. So when they go out to these other states and come up, it's because they got that tongue, they got that hustle from New Orleans, and they gonna run that bitch wherever they go.
Yeah, us as people who grew up here in this city, bro, we all people's person. Like, we can connect, you know what I mean? We have the gift for gab from the city to, like, be more genuine. Like, when we talk to people, people gravitate towards us.
They get that southern hospitality.
Yeah, the hospitality, you know what I'm saying? We have that hospitality to, it's like, we know how to change our ways up. We know how to finesse. We know when somebody like fuck New Orleans told me, knowing when somebody like energy bad. You know what I'm saying? Like when a motherfucker ain't good for me. Like that's the type of shit. And like when I go out of stage and shit, I see them niggas be like bust open with their money. Having all kind of niggas around them and shit. And me coming from where I'm from, it's like, bitch, I ain't trying to jack you or nothing, but bitch, nigga be on your trail.
Type shit.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of shit I feel like I'm happy for. You know what I'm saying? To like be from a spot to where like that shit put me on game. Cause that's what New Orleans do. It puts you on game, it keep on your toes. Yeah, you gotta have your gun out here, but then it's about how you move. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of niggas starting to realize not to be so bust open. You know, even with social media, bro, like it makes it hard for people when they have social media and like posting and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause now niggas know what's up with you. Like,
you feel like that's an addicting thing, or you feel like people do that on their own accord?
I feel like people just it's like an energy you get when you posting. You know what I'm saying? It's like something you build. Like, oh yeah, I want people to see me in my new outfit. I just copped these shoes. I want people to see my podcast. You know, I feel like if it ain't like what you promoting, you know, ain't nothing bad with posting, but it's like in New Orleans, you gotta watch how you post.
Real well.
You know what I'm saying? If you posting somewhere, niggas know you better crop that shit, because now it's like people is on you. Like, crop your background, bro.
Make it smaller.
Yeah, motherfuckers know that shit. Like, Yeah, oh, he right there. Oh, yeah, he is. Like, nah, partner. Like, niggas is on you. And I just said it. You have a hate out here.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And once niggas, you know, feel that way, bro, that shit don't leave. You know what I'm saying? It's like once people have negative energy towards you, that shit don't leave in the city. They pursue with how they feel now. Once they hating on you, it's not like they're gonna hate and realize they hate. They're gonna continue to fucking hate.
No matter what.
It's like it's not gonna remove itself, bro. And that's the fucked up thing, because you might call niggas in New Orleans your partner, but at the end of the day, when you get older in this city, at least around 30, you should be rocking by yourself. Because if they ain't family, then it's like you ain't, you know, your friends gonna teach you a lesson in the city. You see what I'm saying?
I got loyalty tatted for a reason, bro. It's dying of a last breed. A lot of niggas ain't loyal.
And before I love you, I want to have loyalty with a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, loyalty is before, you know, love. You hear me? But everybody get the love. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, by 30 in this city, you should know. When you reach 30 in New Orleans, you should know who you fuck with, who you dying for, and who you getting money with. You know what I mean? And if you ain't learning, you still running around gang, eventually, like, you gonna wind up in a situation.
Definitely gonna wind up in this.
Like, for real, like, you gonna wind up in some shit to where it's like, damn, bitch, it's really like that? Yeah, bitch, because it's not penitentiary, it's pay attention. You see what I'm saying? And you gotta do that shit in the city. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a matter of time. You know, that shit could happen anytime, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's nighttime, daytime, bro. Niggas get killed, bro. There ain't no time in New Orleans, bro. It ain't no, it's shit. Real, you gotta be a fucking stepper. You gotta know when to step and know when to get yourself out some shit. You hear me? And fuck. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's like, I never like down New Orleans because I'm from the whole area. Man, fuck New Orleans, I ain't never coming back. Shit, don't play with my city. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I did the DVD, because eventually, like, I do want to take off and like move somewhere else and shit, and like be somewhere else. You know, start a family to where I can leave my bikes outside and leave my door unlocked. But at the end of the day, I'll leave my car door unlocked. But it's like, you know what I'm saying? I have to survive here to do that and make myself push on to the next level, you know what I'm saying? But it just takes time, you know what I'm saying, dealing with shit. But New Orleans, I never like put New Orleans down no matter why I make another home there.
So you talking about don't play with the city. I'm gonna get into a several questions. I'm gonna ask you one or the other, and you give me an answer and why you pick that answer. All right. So first question: money or respect?
Man, I want motherfuckers to respect me.
Yeah. Why you?
Nigga ain't gonna treat me no way. You hear me?
Right.
Cause I stand on that shit. Like, fuck. I mean, money. Yeah, I need that. But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna never like let a nigga like or like feel like I'm not in a situation to motherfuckers think they can do whatever, you heard me? But you gonna, and like, you know what I'm saying? It's an image and it's power, it's your mouth and who you is for a nigga to like look at you and be like, yeah, I can't play with him, you know what I'm saying? And I had to build that shit. Like, fuck. I had to build that shit. I want a nigga to respect me, but don't play with me, you hear me?
I definitely see you crash out on the nigga.
Yeah,
on the floor
behind respect though.
Right.
Like respect, like bitch, fuck all that.
You talking in this general tone, and you said all these general things.
Nigga, I sit on a basketball court with you in jail, nigga. Like, sis, I don't know who this nigga think you playing with, but I'm about to show that boy.
Right.
That guy on the dome, you heard me? Partner, come on. Come here.
Yeah.
Not even come here, like, bitch, what's down?
Type shit.
Like, bitch, you're not gonna disrespect me and my people. And it's in the way a New Orleans nigga do it. See, they don't just disrespect you. They do it in their way to see what type of nigga you is. And if you ain't no stand on nigga, they gonna continue to do it till they got you to where they feel comfortable how they disrespect you.
Real?
So you gotta stop a nigga right there, bro.
Right there. It's a lie, son.
It's like you gotta show a nigga like, man, fuck all that. I'ma bust you up, I'll beat you up. Oh, bitch, you just ain't gonna play with me. Like, shut that up. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And that shit, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, I came up fighting in the neighborhood. Like, I came up, and if me and a nigga fought, bitch, we had a tie. Because nigga, I hit hard too, you know what I'm saying? I can't name nobody who I actually lost to. But I can name probably some niggas who, you know what I'm saying? We got it in, but ain't no quitting because you can't show weakness. And that's anything you do in life. Like, you cannot show weakness. Like, showing a weak side of you is like so big to other people. It's like they take advantage of that shit.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? That's what niggas, females, weak, tough female. Like, she take advantage of that shit. So that's what I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? On weaknesses and shit. And like, you know, just building that character to where it's like, yeah, like I'ma stand on what I believe.
Got you.
100, 1,000, like I'ma stand on that shit.
Right.
You know, so that way I'm in a clear. Cause I don't need my shit mixed up like with some other people's shit.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want my name out there bad like that, bitch. I'm gonna stand on my shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's still about how you do it. You know what I'm saying? Cause they got the little ball way and they got the grown man way.